So my last two videos have been about Rolex robberies, and unfortunately for the people who don't enjoy that content so much, my next two videos are going to be about Rolex robberies too. And not only because they perform well, and they have performed well, they've gotten the most views on my channel so far. I think that these videos are valuable to watch, you know, as luxury watch collectors and Rolex enthusiasts. I think there are important lessons to glean from these videos. You know, we can't be naive about the temptation that we cause by wearing these watches on our wrist. It's not our fault, but we have to know that the threat is out there. And that brings me to the purpose of this video. I wanted to address the two major types of comments that I've gotten on my last two videos. The first type of comment is essentially, you know, you can't live your life in fear. If you act like a victim, you will become a victim, or if you act like prey, you will be prey. And then the other camp of comments is, wow, this was such an eye-opener. You know, I'm gonna be more careful with my Rolex wearing in public from now on. Those are the overwhelming types of comments that I've gotten on those two videos, and I wanted to throw my hat in the ring and let you guys know where I stand, because I'm not firmly in either camp. I think that both opinions have validity. On the one hand, I agree that you don't want to act like a victim, and you don't want to project yourself as prey, and you don't want to live in fear. I mean, we spend a lot of money on these watches. We work hard at our careers and you know, all our pursuits in order to get these watches. You know, just to cower in fear and to wear your watch only at home, or to keep it exclusively in the bank safe, and you know, maybe once a month you go and pull it out for a day and look at it in your room, and you know, that's no way to enjoy Rolex. I firmly believe that. You know, I've always been of the opinion that these watches are made to be worn. I don't baby my Rolex. I don't avoid scratches. I let damage happen to the watch when it happens. That stuff doesn't bother me. And I've also been sort of a believer in the one watch guy. I've always sort of strived to be a one watch guy, not only because, you know, at the moment I can't afford to be anything but a one watch guy. I've always had this romantic association with a man having his one watch through life. And you can't really be that one watch guy if you're not wearing your watch, you know, if you're scared to wear your watch in public. So I get that. I get those comments. I understand them. But I also recognize the risk of wearing Rolex. You know, none of these people in the clips that I've showed you, none of them thought that they were gonna be victimized. You know, you don't know until it happens. You think it's never gonna be you until it is you. And it's too late at that point. There's something about 2021 that's particularly dangerous. Cars are being carjacked. Watches are being stolen. I saw a clip, I'm not gonna share it with you because it's downright disturbing, but I saw a clip of a guy walk up behind another guy and shoot him in the back of the head in cold blood. Why? For his cell phone, for his iPhone. You know, I couldn't believe my eyes. You'd think like, okay, maybe you do that for a resharp Mille or something where you're gonna get $200,000 or $300,000, you know, but $500 or whatever you could sell an iPhone for, you just killed somebody in cold blood for $500. It opened my eyes. I didn't think that that was a possibility, but it is. People are willing to do more for a lot less than a Rolex watch. So wearing a Rolex watch, something that can be easily flipped for thousands of dollars, like $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 plus. It would be naive not to recognize the potential danger in wearing such a liquid asset. And so I've actually taken off my Rolex and put on my Hamilton. Now, I love this watch. This watch gives me a buzz in a similar way that my Rolex does, because this was my first mechanical watch that I ever got, and I just have a very sentimental attachment to it. So I can wear and enjoy this watch, you know, and not get bored of it for a little while. I'll eventually get bored of it and want to put the Rolex back on, but for now, I'm getting enjoyment out of this watch. Bringing it back to the topic of this video, the two camps of comments, where do I stand? Well, I think that in summertime or any short sleeve or sleeves rolled up type of weather, you know, I don't think you should wear Rolex in New York, at least, or in London, cities that have these crimes. Barcelona, that you'll see in an upcoming video. Amsterdam is a bad one. You know, these cities that have instances of Rolex and luxury watch crime, I wouldn't wear them with short sleeves, honestly. You know, you can call me a pussy, you can say, oh, you know, you can't live in fear. You know, I guess that's true, but I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna put myself at risk like that. Until the fall really breaks and it gets, you know, chilly here. It's getting a little bit cold, but not, you know, I'm still wearing short sleeves. I'm still wearing shirts like this rolled up. I'm not gonna wear my Rolex. I put it away. It's not gonna be worn out in public because, you know, my own videos have opened up my eyes to these crimes. For now, in short sleeve weather, I'm gonna wear an inexpensive watch. You know, that can also help with the Rolex fatigue that at least I sometimes get. You know, as much as I love my sub, seeing it every single day, it can get a little bit stale. Switching to a different watch for a little while can be helpful. You know, when I go back and I pull out my Rolex again, I'll have a sort of a renewed love for it because I haven't seen it in so long. So there you go, guys. That's how I feel. I'm not firmly in either camp. You know, I don't think you should live in fear, but I also think it would be naive to ignore the risk involved in wearing a Rolex these days. I'm somewhere in the middle. I think you should wear your Rolex safely and intelligently. If you're gonna be out and about in the city, on the subway, walking around for a long time in short sleeves or rolled up sleeves like this, look, don't wear the Rolex. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's kind of stupid these days. People are out there looking to victimize you for your watch. I promise you, it's happening. If you don't believe me, and for some reason you haven't seen my last 2 videos, check them out. I'll be posting 2 more videos of Rolex robberies, luxury watch robberies. All of them show what can happen to you if you're not careful with these things. You are a target for wearing these watches, and you have to wear them safely. So there you go. Thank you everybody for commenting on these videos. I think that, you know, you can get a lot of helpful information from the comments. I highly suggest, if you haven't looked at some of the comments in my last 2 videos, go back and look at the comments because people share their experiences and give tips and advice, a lot more than I could share in this video here. So yeah, thanks for watching and peace out.